हेलो फ्रेंड्स। हाउ आर यू? कैसे हैं आप लोग? उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सभी लोग अच्छे होंगे। ईश्वर करे। तो दोस्तों, आज मैं वापस सेफ कॉन्सेप्ट पे थर्ड वीडियो के साथ आया हूँ। सो आई बिलीव you guys are some learning my videos, and it is all about latest technologies which are uh, industry is working. So friends, before starting this session, I would like to say, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Number Technical, and thank you. So, guys, if you remember, so let's start. If you remember in previous session, in part two, Chef part two, where I told you how we can install Chef workstation on a Linux platform, Amazon virtual server, EC2 instance, actually. So, moving forward today, I will share with you today how we need to uh, how we can install cookbook and recipe. So I believe guys you know about the cookbook and recipe who has seen my second part too. So what is a cookbook? So in short way I will tell you what is cookbook. So cookbook actually is a collection of recipes and recipes, so where a person who is taking care of this setup of chef, so where we write down the code in Ruby language in recipe, where we write down the code, where we define the instruction actually for your implementation actually. Okay, whatever you want to install the software, update, you want to update the software on nodes, so you have to write down in the recipe. So moving forward, so let me share with you one notepad where I written something. So what I'm going to follow today steps. So these are the steps. Firstly, I will create actually a directory, the directory name cookbook. Then I have to open that cookbooks directory. Later, then I will create actually cookbook. So don't get it confused. I have firstly created a directory actually. The directory name is cookbook. Later, then once I will open that cookbooks directory, then I will create a cookbook. The command is chef generate cookbook, and then cookbook name is demo cookbook. And later, then I will access to this demo cookbook by the command cd and demo cookbook slash. After that, I will create a recipe. As I told you, for the for a code, for a instruction defined in the code, we should have a recipe. So for recipe creation, the command is simple: chef generate recipe and the recipe name. So you can see the command for creation of cookbook or command for a creation of recipe. The both are the similar, just except cookbook and recipe. If you want to create a cookbook, so you have to write down the cookbook. If you want to create a recipe, so you have to write down the recipe just after generate in that command clys. Then I will create a actually then I will open that demo cookbook and recipe and then demo recipe vi through vi editor file. Write down that code. I will write down the code in Ruby language. So I am going to create actually in that code I am going to create a file name demo file where location, so it will be created in root directory. So friends, then after I will check the content is correct or not in the recipe. So the command is chef execute ruby -c demo cookbook and recipe, then demo recipe that rb. Finally, I will run this actually via the client, chef client. So dears, these are the steps what I'm going to follow further in our lab. So today actually main part about is about lab, how to get create, how we can create recipe and cookbook, and how I will just write down a simple code. So let's start. So in previous session actually I have already installed a Chef workstation on AWS EC2 instance. So let me share with you this is to instance. So there's actually this instance what I just earlier launched in AWS, because this was not from yesterday, because that yesterday instance I have already terminated that instance. So let me show you that is the public IP which I opened this instance on Putty using that public IP, and you can see here in my screen here actually. So already Ceph orchestration has been downloaded on it. Control L. Wait. So if you want to see just Ceph orchestration, I have downloaded it. So which Ceph? And if you want to the Ceph version, so Ceph hyphen version. So till now I had already done on second part. Now I will do in this part third Ceph. So I will follow all this instruction one by one. So firstly I will create a directory. What will be the directory name? Cookbooks. So on Linux platform, you know how to create a directory. So mkdir make directory name cookbooks. Ls you can see the one cook directory has been created, cookbooks. Let me open it. This correct directory. So cookbooks. Then I have to create a actually cookbook. So don't get it confused. This is a directory, and now I will create a cookbook. So what is the command? So you can see here, after accessing this directory, then you have to create a cookbook. So command is chef generate then cookbook and then cookbook name. So here you can see, do you accept the three product licenses? Yes or no? So I have to give an here yes. You can see your cookbook is ready. Type cd demo cookbook to enter it. So cd demo cookbook. Now I access our demo cookbook, and then I will create a recipe. What I have written here in the instruction, then create a recipe. So same command, chef generate. Now I will write down here recipe, not cookbook. So recipe and recipe name. So demo recipe. Demo recipe. Okay. Okay, the command is recipe. You can see demo recipe has been successfully created. So now I will go back on that cookbooks directory. So cd dot. Now you have back again to cookbooks directory. Don't get in confused. Here you can see right now I was in demo cookbook. Now I am here in a cookbook. Okay, Control L. So in Linux there is a one actually application you can say, or that parameter actually that parameter, but not exactly parameter. That is somehow a tool. It is very useful. So firstly, I have to install this one. So yum install tree and -y. Now, if you fire the command simply tree, so you can see here tree, that means in tree format. So till now I have created a demo cookbook. So you can see here it is showing here demo cookbook. In demo cookbook I have created a recipes. What the recipes name here? Demo recipe. And one more thing, one recipe will be created default.rb. Okay, so for our work I have created a recipe demo dash recipe, this one. Now further what I need to do, now open that recipe. What is the command? Vi open that the recipe editor file. So actually, what is the process? So VI and that recipe path. So you first I will write down where this cookbook name, so demo cookbook, then slash, then recipes. Simple, it is simple. Oh, control Z, okay. Recipes, then recipe name, slash recipe name, and enter. So after opening that recipe, you will see such interface. So actually the color is very dark blue. So here you can see cookbook. So what is the cookbook name? Demo cookbook. So recipe, the name of recipe name is demo recipe. So you will not touch these lines in every recipe. So press I on your system. So now in your insert mode. Now I will write a code here, Ruby language. So you can see what is the code in Ruby language. I have to create a one file in root directory, the demo file name. So here write down the code, file, then space, in root directory, demo file. Okay, and what is the meaning of this? So I am telling you in this recipe file, preach file demo. Please in root directory, make a file. What will be the name of that file? That is demo.file. Demo-file. Okay. Then action. So in action, create. Firstly, what I written here, a file, please make a file, a name demo file. Do means karna, do. Okay. Then action. So that means create. Okay. Action that means create. First make a file, then create and end of this code. That is simple code. Okay. And press ESC, escape on your system, and then WQ. File. Okay, I have written here on this. Okay, what is the wrong in this code? So actually, now I was doing a mistake. Press IMU system again. That was the problem actually. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, it is. The first code was right actually. So file, demo file. So make a file. What will be the name of this file? Demo file. Action. So we are going to tell that in recipe to create a file and press escape on a system and WQ. So if you want to check that content which is written in the recipe file is correct or not, so command, what is the command updates? So safe execute ruby-c. So safe execute ruby-c and that file path. It is showing here constant text. Okay. If you see this output after running this command, that means what you have written in that file recipe, in what you written that recipe, it is correct. Once again, let me show you one thing. If you want to see when you fire the command ls, so you see that only there is one only demo cookbook. Okay, ls root actually root directory. So ls then root directory. You can see the file name is what I am going to create here. Demo file is not here. I am showing you because uh, in practical way, because till now there is no file named demo file. But after that, when I will run this recipe, you can see here one file will be created. But I am not going to create it manually by the command. Yes, this step what I am doing here, it is manually, no doubt. but file will be created using this chef client, this recipe. Okay, then what I will do, I will fire the command. I will recall this chef client to chef client hyphen -zr that recipe demo cookbook. This is the actually template to run this command. Double colon and that recipe name. An arrow button and bracket closed. Chef client hyphen -zr inverted comma start recipe demo cookbooks. So it is cookbook name. So this is the cookbook name, demo cookbook, and double colon, then this recipe name where you actually know. So what is this purpose of this command? Actually, what are you written in this demo recipe? The instruction to create a file. Now I'm going to run this. After that, if it will be successfully run, you can see here one file demo file in this output. Let me fire the command. Yes, you can see here. So infra phase starting resolving cookbook for running list. So here in this command -z it is for locally and R for run list. So actually I just forget to tell you hyphen -zr that means Z for locally. So chef client first will check on locally and that chef workstation. Again I'm telling you till now I have not shared with you how to do automate, which will be shared, which will be delivered view on next video on part fourth. This is the part third, and I will deliver in part fourth how we can implement actually how we can do automation in chef tool actually. So right now I am showing you in this that is manually actually. Okay, and this is what I'm doing. It is on only workstation. Till now I have not share with you in lab in practical theory concept. I have delivered you how to what is actually chef server, what is the nodes, but till now I have not shared with you how to do automation in this chef using that chef server and that nodes. Okay, so you can see that create a new file, demo file has been successfully created. Now if you will fire the command ls and root directory, you can see one file has been successfully created, demo file, which was not showing here in previously what I fired the command ls and root directory. So guys, this is the actually chef orchestration, how we can create a cookbook, how we can create a recipe. I will create a one more recipe if you want to see. So again, this is the simple concept. If you want to create a recipe, so for that, firstly you have to access that cookbook very right where you want to create a recipe. So you can see here there is a one cookbook, demo cookbook. So firstly I have to access this demo cookbook, demo cookbook. Oh, oh. So now I have to create one recipe. So chef generate recipe. Right now, I have not to create any cookbook because the cookbook is already has been created, and even also I have created one recipe that name is demo recipe. But I am going to create a just for showing with you, sharing with you how we can create a new recipe in the same cookbook. Okay, so chef generate recipe, then recipe name, let's say, and demo two recipe, and enter. Cd double dot back Now you have to fire the command tree if you want to see. So you can see in recipes, previously the output was till here, demo recipe only. But now you can see here, one recipe added here, demo2-recipe.rb. So friends, now I'm going to stop this session. This is about what I share with you on self-orchestration, how we can create a cookbook, how we can create a recipe, how we write down the code in recipe. So uh, watch this session and please review. And if you want to ask any query, you can ask. I will try to deliver with you. And even also, friends, I'm telling you one thing because I have just started to sharing my knowledge, what we learn, what I learned on. Uh, I feel too good, and I think this is a very good thing if you're sharing experience with uh, others. So in that way, if you find anything, just let me know. It will not be like I'm not saying that everything is very in perfectly way. Might be something which is not very well, but yes, I'm trying to do the same. Thank you all. Bye bye and take care.